Yeah, no one wants to have to do this immigration court process. I'm sure a lot of people love to travel, and yes, it is in our nature, or in the nature as a living creature, to want to migrate. Species migrate all the time, like, but no one wants to have to do all this bureaucratic nonsense, like having to go through a process that is not transparent, that is overly demonized and overly scrutinized, because at the end of the day, if they, quote unquote, did something bad, that is no more serious than a traffic ticket, a jaywalking ticket, because different crimes vary in severity. Actually, let me go ahead and put this. So, different crimes vary in severity. Of course, jaywalking is a much more serious crime. Is a much more serious. Is a much less serious crime than murder. Of course, murder is infinitely more serious than jaywalking. And, again, I can't stress this enough, violating immigration laws, well, those are civil infractions. Those are not criminal penal codes. You get what I'm saying? So instead, it is like violating a tax law, for example. Like, it is a very boring agency that takes care of it because it is administrative law. So, and yes, there are penal codes for crossing through the border unlawfully. There are, but those are hardly ever prosecuted. Why? Because there is. Let's see if I can kill them. They have to prove that they entered across the border like that. And unless the person, like CBP, saw them and testifies in criminal court for some reason, like they would take time out of their day to do this, they would. Then in that case, yes, they can bring charges. But for the most part, people don't bring charges like that. Like, it is not worth time. There are much more serious crimes out there. And again, that is not really. So in that case, it's not really a crime. And also want to remind you, the vast majority of people here who are undocumented overstayed their visa. They did not, cross the border illegally. So just something to keep in mind throughout all of this nonsense, that everything that you see lately, all this excessive show of force, all of that is happening for, something akin to a speeding ticket or jaywalking. Like, it's terrible because, if it was even if it's a crime, like, let's say we consider it a crime because there is a criminal penal code out there, the severity for it, like, it's not treated as a very severe crime because there are different punishments for much more severe crimes. So again, cannot stress that enough. I am getting lucky that I'm getting all bots, but first time streaming. Thank you so much for being here.